I'm a natural perfectionist, so I always want to do the right thing and be the best I possibly can.
I am completely critical and very, very particular, and no one can see what I see in my mind.
I'm a perfectionist. It's hard to let things go and be easy on myself sometimes.
I just want to be right.
I'm organized, but I'm organized to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm anal, but only about things that I really think are important.
I like things to be right.
I want the flow of the show to be right.
You gotta figure that out.
I am the ultimate perfectionist. I am not very organized or neat in real life, but I'm super organized in my head.
This is why I didn't sleep last night. This is why I slept at 5:30 in the morning.
I don't think I'm ever pleased with my performances.
Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
The tea is exceptionally good today. Who made this? Very delicious. Hold on.
Hey, my cosmic cousins. It's your girl, Nova Charm, and welcome to another episode of Astrology Tea with Nova Charm. On today's episode, I'm starting a new series. Now, this series will actually be ongoing because it is my Astrology 101 series. In this series, I'm going to be teaching you everything about the basics of astrology and give you all the tea on the placements, the energies, and everything that you would need to know. Now, first, we're going to start off by easing into the series by talking about the zodiacs. So I'm going to be dropping a video dedicated to all of the different zodiac energies so you have a really great understanding of what that energy is, what it's about, what it represents, and all of that good tea that you know you need a sip of. But before we get too deep into it, make sure that you go ahead and hit that like, go ahead and subscribe to your girl, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of this tea. Now let's get into it. Now, generally, when anybody does this series, they'll normally start at the first zodiac, which is Aries. But I have a lot of Aquarius placements, so I do things my way, okay? And also, I also take note of what is currently going on. And since we're currently in Virgo season, I figured, why the hell not? Let's go ahead and show some love to Virgo energy. Now, Virgo is the 6th zodiac, and it's ruled by Mercury, which Mercury, does the communicating, the thought, and the processing of information. Mercury got a whole lot going on there, though. Like, it does transportation, it does, early education. It does a lot. It's a small planet, but it's a quick planet, too. And Virgo represents the feminine energy of that planet. It gives the side of the Mercury of the energy of the analyst, the organization, and also that little practical wisdom that just helps you get through your day-to-day routines. Mercury, to me, is the planet of work hard, play hard. And when it comes to that side, Virgo is the work hard side of that, okay? If I had to think of Mercury as a house, Gemini would be the kids running around tearing shit up. And Virgo is steady trying to put shit back in order. Are you serious right now? Now, like I was saying before, Virgo is the feminine energy of Mercury. It's also an earth sign. So earth signs are very practical. They're grounded. They are very structured. Earth signs symbolize the things of this earth. And when it comes to Virgo's portion of that symbolization, it's represented by the goddess of agriculture and harvest, which is meant to symbolize purity, service, and the nurturing of life. Yes, queen. Virgo energy basically brings order to chaos, okay? And if you think about the time of year when it is Virgo season, which is from the dates of August 23rd to September 22nd, it's literally harvest season. They know what they're doing. This is the time of year when you just feel the energy to build a routine and just get it together the strongest. Just get that organization, just get everything in order. You feel it the strongest around this time of year. And I genuinely believe that the people who created our system knew that. And I'm going to give y'all the tea on why I said that, okay? So we've been talking about Virgo energy representing the organization and the routine of everything. And Virgo season starting at August 23rd. And notice how school always starts around that time too. Makes you think, huh? Now, seeing how Mercury represents early education as well, and how Virgo plays the biggest part in that organization of that energy, I mean, yeah, it kind of just follows suit. And then if you even want to go to the other extreme, if we go to the other side of that planet, which is Gemini, which represents the communication, the playfulness of it, the social, I mean, that time of year is from like May 20th to June 20th, which is the time of year where schools are getting out, graduations are happening, and there's celebrations and stuff. I mean, come on now. Now, don't get it confused. Both Gemini and Virgo carry all of the traits of the Mercury planet. But just think of it like this. So Gemini is the one that's going to collect all of the knowledge, whereas Virgo is the one that's going to dissect and apply the knowledge, if that makes sense. But either way, that's why around Virgo season, we naturally just fall into the reset of our schedule. We have these organized new routines. We like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do this year, and this is how I'm going to do it. Yeah, that energy is very prevalent around that time of year. So that's why we feel like that. And being that energy is around harvest season, we naturally feel the need to have that routine, and get to work. Because typically that's what you do during harvest season. You want to get to work, set up a routine, so that way you're prepared for the winter. Now, another thing that Virgo is known for is health and wellness and nutrition and different things like that. But the main reason why is because Virgo is linked to your digestive system of your body. Now, every single zodiac is linked to a part of your body or an organ of your body that kind of can tell you about any type of health problems that you may have or just certain things that you may want to look out for. The real tea about this energy is if you're walking in the lighter version of this energy, you won't really have these problems. These will be more of a strength for you. But if you are dealing with more of your darker energy, you could definitely deal with more of these type of health problems that Virgo would bring out. The type of health problems that you would want to look out for are going to be aligned with the digestive system. You may experience problems with ulcers or IBS, stomach issues. You may always have heartburn or something like that. That's why it is important for Virgos to let shit go in their life. I'm not saying Virgos as far as Virgo suns. I'm talking about Virgo placements. If you have strong Virgo placements, don't be the type of person to hold on to shit. Okay? Literally and metaphorically. Okay? I mean, it works hand in hand. It really does. Another issue that Virgo placements may experience is issues with their nervous system. Now, one thing about Mercury is it's a mutable planet. And with mutable planets, they do a lot. They are multitaskers. When you think mutable, you got to think of multi, right? And Mercury itself deals with the mind. So when it comes to Gemini and Virgo placements, especially Virgo, because Gemini will just say what the hell they gotta say. Virgo will stay a little bit more in their head and they stress out a lot more. Okay. So you'll often find that a lot of people who have high Virgo placements, their nerves be bad. Okay. And do a lot of overthinking and they can be perfectionists. They can be perfectionists. That's like when they're going through their dark side. Their light side of that is more analytical and their dark side is a little bit more just of a perfectionist, extreme critical type of thinking. This is why Virgo energy likes to have a routine. That way they know exactly what's going on. It prevents them from burning out. Virgo placements can have fatigue. They do tend to get burnt out because you're dealing with somebody who is have a fast moving planet guiding their thoughts, their actions and all of that because of the fact, like I said, it's an earth sign. So they doing all the actions in the physical. So yeah, that's going to wear somebody the hell out. You're going to need to take a nap or two. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and talk about that light and dark energy of Virgo. So if you're walking in your light or dark energy within your Virgo energy, or if you're dealing with someone that has high Virgo placements, if you see some of these, then you know exactly what you're dealing with. I'm about to give you the tea, okay? Now, when I say light and dark energy, understand that all energy is meant to be utilized. It's just meant to be used in a specific way, in my opinion, okay? Whereas your light is supposed to be shined out into the world. That's what you're supposed to be leading with when you show up. Your shadow is used to protect that light, to make sure that nobody, tries to dim your light, or you don't dim your own light. But more often than not, because of the fact that we don't understand the energy, we don't know how to use it. You can't use something that you don't understand or you're not even aware of that you have. So let me break it down to you, okay? Virgo, like I said before, is that practical and grounded energy. It sees all those teeny tiny details that we need to see to make the bigger thing happen. Virgo energy is definitely supposed to be used for our goals. So like the big goals that you have to build a routine in order to get there. You have to take those small, intricate steps to get to that bigger picture. That's what that Virgo energy is meant to use. A Virgo is also represented by the 6th house, which when it comes to the houses, 1 through 6 is our personal house and 7 through 12 are universal houses. So it's that last personal house that leaps you out into the world of the universal energy. Now, I probably could have mentioned this earlier before, but Virgo and Pisces are actually sister signs, and they have a lot of similarities. Now, Pisces used to live in Jupiter before it moved over to Neptune. But Pisces represents the dreamer portion of it, whereas Virgo, the sister sign, represents more of making that dream come into reality. So Mercury and Jupiter kind of work hand in hand, whereas Mercury deals with all of the smaller things and Jupiter deals with the bigger portion of all of the same things. Like they carry the same energy, but Jupiter is just an expanded version of the same type of traits that the planet Mercury carries. So Virgo handles all of the details when it comes to that. Now, the shadow side of that same energy is that perfectionism, where it is overly critical. It almost has a pessimistic type of vibe to it, where it makes it seem like no matter what you do, nothing is going to be right. It just gives never satisfied. Like, no matter what you do, it's just, you're going to find something wrong with it. Something is just not right. Now, another light energy of Virgo is to be helpful or to be of service to others. Virgos are natural fixers because of the fact that they have that analytical eye. And that's not just when it comes to fixing things like actually fixing physical things. It's fixing problems, fixing people. They're able to just see every little detail of things. And they thrive on making things better. Like, trust me, when a Virgo comes in the room, believe they have scanned everything and everybody once they have gotten in there. They can read it. They can read energy just like Pisces can, which is their sister sign. So they have that in common as well. Pisces feels it more on an emotional level, like they read energies and spirits, whereas Virgo reads like body language, and they will literally read in between the lines of the things that you say. So they are literally designed to find any type of errors, so they are able to help fix that situation. Now, the dark energy of that energy is the judgmental, where you're looking at things not to help fix it, but more or less to just judge it. I mean, it really gives, I'm looking for the problem and not the solution, And speaking of problem solving, another light energy of Virgo is that they love to learn new things so they can solve problems. Now, the shadow side of that is Virgos do love to learn new things so they can learn a lot of things about you just to become your problem, It's real talk. It will let you know what all your problems are, not so they will help you, but just so they can hurt you, A Virgo in their light energy is all about healing. They're all about health and wellness. So they want to heal not only your mind, they want to heal the body, and most importantly, they want to heal the spirit. Now, the dark version of that is going to be completely unorganized. They're not really going to care too much about their health or wellness. They're going to eat whatever. They're going to do whatever. They're not even going to take those type of things into account. Now, another light version of Virgo is the purity of intention. You always got to check what the intention is behind that Virgo. Because of the fact they are of the mind, they do think a lot. So it has to come from a place of love, caring, and a well-balanced desire to just do something meaningful for someone else and not from a place of ego or control. The shadow side of that energy for Virgo is they will want to organize and fix things that's not their responsibility or they don't have any type of control over. And it will drive them crazy. It causes a lot of worry and anxiety that is completely just unnecessary. Like, why are you doing all of that for no reason? So how this plays out when you're dealing with someone, this is the tea. Now, here's the tea. So if you're dealing with somebody that has high Virgo placements, the things that you want to look for within them, of course, is that helpful energy that is helpful but not controlling. If you have a Virgo that is telling you what to do, trying to control your every move, you got to watch out for financial control when it comes to Virgos too, because they'll set you up. You know, you will be taken care of, but you will be controlled at the same time. And they like to slip that in there if you're dealing with the dark element or the dark energy of that energy. Because Mercury has that Mercury mind to it, Virgos need to keep their mind busy because Mercury moves fast. So they need to keep their mind busy. So what you want to look for in a Virgo, the light version, is someone who is looking to gain information and knowledge and is able to find a way to execute it. With the Virgo's mind, all of those things have to be released or they start to overthink and overanalyze things. And that turns into worry and anxiety. And that starts to get into the darker side of the Virgo energy. So you don't want somebody who is sitting around overthinking all the time because they're going to be the type of person to come up with problems that when there aren't any. And trust me when I say that shit will drive you crazy, okay? Because, you know, energy is transferable. So if you got somebody who's always stressed out around you, it's going to cause you to be stressed out. And when you're dealing with somebody who is deep in their shadow, I mean, like, especially with earth signs, with Virgos, it could get real, real dark. Like, you know, that you're dealing with somebody who could be physically or mentally abusive. Like, all of the signs have their levels of abuse. Most earth signs get into the physical, earth and fire. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to Virgos, you have to look out for those. If you're experiencing that, then you know you're dealing with somebody who is in their dark. And I definitely advise you getting far away from them as soon as possible, okay? Virgos can be very calculated as well. So you want to make sure that they're calculated in the good way, like calculated as far as the things that they do for you, like they see the things that you like and they want to do those things, like be of service to you in that way, and not calculated as far as doing things to you, which would fall into more of the abusive line of things. You know what I'm saying? Like manipulation and all of that. Now, if y'all want me to go a little bit deeper into the darker side of the zodiacs, I could definitely create a series for that. You just gotta let me know in the comments what you think, okay? Now, if you have a lot of Virgo energy and you need to ground your energy because you notice that you're having some of those darker traits that are coming out a little bit more so than the lighter traits. And now keep this in mind. I am by far not judging because this energy that we have available to us is a consistent balancing act. There's going to be days when you're more in your light and there's going to be some days when you're in your dark, but you should be walking more in your light than in your dark. And when you feel yourself getting into your dark or your shadow side and the energy or the situation doesn't call for it, then you know you need to bring it back to the light. And here are some of the ways that you can do that. Now, since Virgo is an earth sign, walking barefoot on the grass in a garden or just tending to houseplants would center you. It would bring so much energy back to you. It's almost like a cycle type of thing. Earth energy thrives from the earth, from the soil, from the roots. So getting closer to that definitely helps ground you back exactly where you need to be. Another thing that Virgos should do, because of the fact that your mind goes 1,000 miles a minute, breathing work, meditation, stretching, and doing yoga or anything like that that can calm your busy mind down, definitely do that. And do it on a daily basis as well. Make it a part of your Virgo routine. And speaking of which, you should have you a Virgo routine. That's another way to help balance your energy. Keeping up with your daily rituals, making sure that you get enough sleep those are going to be the things that help your Virgo energy stay balanced. Another thing that you really want to do is mindful eating. Because Virgo rules the digestive system, you want to make sure that you're eating the right things and that when you're eating, you're slowing down. Because your Mercury planet is so fast, sometimes you eat fast and it makes it hard for your digestive system to break down the stuff that you're putting in your body. And when I say that, I'm talking about physical food and I'm talking about your mind food as well. And speaking of mind food, when your brain gets too overcrowded, it is best to just dump it all out by journaling. Writing things out helps Virgo energy organize the mind. And my last and final tip for Virgo energy is making sure that you service people with boundaries. Virgos have a tendency, or Virgo energy has a tendency to overdo for people as a way of proving their worth. Your worth is not something that you have to prove. Sharing your knowledge and doing kind things for people is one thing, but overstepping that bound by trying to prove your worth is something completely different. So make sure you set up those healthy boundaries for yourself so you don't allow your shadow side to dim your light, okay? Now, you know how I do. I got a few affirmations that will help you. And this is if your Virgo placements have you stressed out or have you really overthinking. This is a way to kind of just bring you back into peace and into your presence. The first affirmation that I have, I release the need for perfection and trust the flow of life. My next affirmation, I am rooted, calm, and present in this moment. And my last and final affirmation, I let go of overthinking and allow clarity to guide me. Now, those are just some of a few of the affirmations that I have for Virgo energy. You should always check where Virgo is in your chart so you can definitely see how this will benefit you, how to utilize this energy to the maximum ability so that you guide the energy and not allow the energy to guide you. So that's it for now, Cosmic Cousins. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like. Go ahead and subscribe to your girl and leave me a comment. I'm interested to know how in point I was with this energy. I mean, I know I got this, but I want to know how it plays out for you in your life. So leave me some comments and let me know something. And as always, Cosmic Cousins, thank you so much for showing my video love. And thank you for allowing me to give you this tea. Also, leave in the comments, what zodiac sign or zodiac energy should I do next? You know, I'm not going in order. I'm just going randomly. I'm thinking about doing Libra since we're going into Libra season, but just let me know. I'm taking requests. So let your girl know. And as always, Cosmic Cousins, it's been a pleasure and I'm out.